Hi, everyone. We're back. It's Wednesday night for me, Thursday night in Australia, Wednesday night for the beautiful Michelle Bouse. We're back with Beautilicious. I'm here with Elle and Michelle. Michelle, as you know, is our resident celebrity makeup artist, and Elle is the founder of and owner of TRUEBROW. I live in Minneapolis, and I'm a trainer for TRUEBROW as well, as is the beautiful Michelle Bouse. And tonight we're going to talk a little bit about how to help you while you are either in lockdown with regards to COVID, or if you are just working from home, and what will work and what won't work, and how to make you feel better about every single day. Elle, do you want to take it away?
Yes. Hi, Sabrina. Hi, Michelle.
Hi.
Hey. Hey, we have to be honest with everyone. Like, we sort of jump on a little earlier, and we kind of just get have a little bit of a chat, don't we?
Catch up.
We do.
We do that. We do that. And we do talk about, basically we don't just jump on. We do have kind of a theme today, Sabrina, as you were saying. And,
we do.
How in this situation that we're finding ourselves, do we keep ourselves feeling great,
It's important. So important right now.
It is. And for women that actually frequent beauty salons and come to us so we can take care of them, they like looking and feeling good. And what can happen with this world situation, which is creating a lot of confusion in people because we're not understanding what's kind of going on, and fear, right? So we're fearful. Some are fearful, and it's
definitely.
And some people are confused.
Yes.
And it's kind of like, oh, I'm not getting it. And that can actually almost like put us into a place where we start to depress a little bit. Our thoughts start to take over.
100%.
And we can't visit our wonderful, gorgeous beauty professionals that make us feel so good. So sometimes, I've heard that some of the girls are just not even getting dressed, or, they're, even if they're working from home, they've got their jammies down and their tracky dacks. Is that a thing in America?
Tracky dacks?
I have never heard of that.
No. Yoga pants out here.
We wear yoga pants.
That's
in the States.
Kind of the elitist, right? I'm just saying.
I'm writing that down. Tracky dacks. Okay, got it.
I'm just teaching all you Americans new words. I love it.
New lingo.
Remember that, Michelle.
You can also say tracky dacks.
I'm writing it down.
Tracky dacks. So anyway, and just sort of like, dressing up above that, and then just sort of, not really, like, kind of like your thoughts can really take you down into a place where you're not taking care of yourself and you're feeling a little bit melancholy, And I have to say, I sent my kids to Steiner, and I don't know if you know Rudolf Steiner, you guys. You're aware of Rudolf Steiner? Alternative schooling,
Yes, I've heard of that.
I'm so surprised that Elle did that. But anyway, and I sent my kids to alternative schooling, and they had all these different ways of, like defining our constitution in a way. And one of them was some people are just melancholy. They've got that in their constitution. So those people will be really affected right now. They would feel very easily could go into a state of not taking care of themselves, of sort of feeling like, I'm going to stay in my PJs all day. And I think one of the things that we want to share with you today is don't do that. Not because it's bad to do that. And you know what? Staying in your PJs all day. I mean, I don't own PJs, so that would be a bit difficult.
Hell, that's really?
No.
I don't even know what to say to that.
PJs.
Keep going.
I know.
Keep going.
Like, this is talked about being transparent here. I can't tell people. I have a kimono, but I don't know PJ. Anyway, all right, that's another. That's
another Beautilicious.
I did something on my new balcony because yesterday I was on the new balcony because we've moved apartments, and I was on the phone, and I had people that I knew on the other side actually waving to me from the balcony. I'm thinking, wow, I'm going to have to wear my kimono when I go out on the balcony now.
Were you in your birthday suit?
People are watching you now.
I hope no one's watching because I'm just going to have all these people perving on my balcony. Anyway, no, I'm only kidding.
So no tracky decks, no melancholy, PJs all day.
Right.
Well,
no PJs all day. Unless,
instead,
once in a while.
Do it once in a while, because isn't that
Sure, once in a while it's fun.
Netflix all day, or
Yes.
like, I don't know, Stan for our Aussie girls or whatever, Foxtel, just sit there all day and just have hot chocolate or something. I don't know. But I think that, as we are I mean, Michelle, you might want to share something about that, what we were saying about that.
Well, I mean, I feel that, we've all been struggling with that. And I did that the first round with COVID. So I did stay in my PJs, and I've decided that I need to make myself feel better. So I'm exercising. So I decided that's my immunity boost. I'm exercising almost every day. So I might not put makeup on. I don't wear my Trekkie decks, and I don't stay in my PJs. But I have to wear clothes and put on something when I work out, and then I take a shower and I have to change again. So that's kind of been my second go around, because so many people, Sabrina, I have talked about it too. So many people that maybe aren't melancholy in life. I'm not. I am like, the movie Inside Out shows all the little characters of anger, fear, melancholy, sadness, joy. I'm joy in life, and I tend to be more hyper.
You are joy.
I got really depressed the first time because I didn't do what you're saying. So it's very true.
Yeah, I think so. And Sabrina, for you, how are you finding your clients coping and managing? Because you're out there again. And Michelle is.
I am out there.
Yes.
We're doing really well. Pardon me, in Minnesota. I'm finding that my clients are almost just sick of it.
Yeah.
Just so tired of it, so sick of it. They come in like, can I please take this mask off? I'm like, okay, you can do that, but I'm going to keep mine on.
Yeah.
And they really are. And to be honest with you, I've been open since June, and I say, every time I say this to someone, I say, oh, I really should knock on some wood, because I'm so nervous that it's going to bite me in the rear. But I actually have not had, I have had one client have to cancel her appointment and say, I think I was exposed. That's it.
Yeah.
Just one client. And she did cancel her appointment. She wasn't exposed. Her son was exposed, but they were all good. No problems whatsoever. So I'm just finding that people are just more exhausted. Now, it's easier in Minnesota because we do have access to our beauty professionals. So we can be exhausted with it, but it doesn't get us down and cause us to depress.
Let me just say something.
Makes sense.
What about the people that are scared to go to their beauty professionals because they've got loved ones that, they're fearing information. I mean, am I supposed to say this? Am I going to get in trouble? But I think there's information out there, even from, I think, the World Health Organization, that's saying that they've now discovered that if you're asymptomatic, it's very, very rare or that you'll pass it on. It's been proven now. So I think that, but people are still afraid. There's this, I don't want to be the one, I don't want to be the one that passes it across and sort of to somebody else. So
Sure.
So what are they going to do with their brows? Yeah.
And I want to say exhaustion. Absolutely. We're so close here in LA, and exhaustion is what's going around. So don't you think that plays into your face if you're sitting at home and you're exhausted and you're in your PJs and you're not feeling good and you're sad and depressed, you can't go out, you can't work.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how we can fix that, because Elle's got some great products.
I think what you said before, Michelle, about dancing, music is so powerful. Music for me changes my state in an instant. And often, if I feel like I mean, sometimes I just want to dance, and I just
you always want to dance.
And I do actually.
We know that.
We always want to dance too. And I love it so much. And I feel like it really connects me with my deeper state. I feel like this sense of freedom, and I'm just like, oh, I just love it. And I don't care. I don't need anyone to watch it. Just do it by myself. Toby looks at me, and then I say, come and dance with me. So he comes sometimes, and we have a bit of a blast.
That's
but
cool.
I think that there's something really beautiful about doing that. About that, so to me, that's making a choice. Because I also know there are times when I think, you know what, I need to, and I don't dance. I don't put the music on. I'll go and I sit on my behind and do something else. And I think, hang on, and I mean, lately I've been really getting into doing my yoga and doing things again like I used to. And I think it's just so important. For me, I'm a real homebody. I don't feel locked down in a lot of ways. Our business certainly has experienced huge, we've been impacted hugely. But you know what? We're just navigating through it. We're going, you know what, we can't do, like we can't do group trainings anymore. Guess what? We're going to do live stream trainings, which we've got our first one on Monday, which is absolutely fantastic because we've never done that before. And it's always been
That's very exciting.
So
Very exciting.
for all of us now, we're going to be able to train girls like watching me work, and, we'll extend that out to others. But, for now, I mean, that's just so amazing. So we can navigate. We always have to remember that. So to keep our energy high, Michelle, you're saying music is one thing and dance.
Okay, I've fallen in love with Zumba. So if anybody wants a virtual Zumba, like I found a guy who is
I want to do a virtual Zumba. Let's do it.
It's amazing. I mean, everybody knows I'm hula hooping, but Zumba has really, and you don't want to do it, but as soon as you do, it releases all those endorphins. I am a dancer. I know this. And even though you don't want to, it just, we can talk about Zumba a whole nother time. But
I think it's important that it's a choice. You make a choice to do that.
Yes.
It's important to know.
Yeah, it's a choice. If you choose to feel too depressed, I'm trying to be serious. How can I be serious? Michelle, are you going to tell people to do something? I don't know.
To do what?
Remember, we had to tell them, didn't we? There we are. TRUEBROW. Let Al, Sabrina, and Michelle know you're here. Say hello.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm dancing.
And where you're watching from.
I'm so sorry. So as you're coming
good at that. You're supposed to do that.
As you guys,
that was your job.
I'm so sorry. We've been talking. It's a problem. Say hi below and let us know what you're doing to lift your spirits during this time. So let us know, because we can all get ideas. So if you're doing Zumba, we're new best friends, but put below that you're watching the replay. And, if you have any questions, we can get on and answer it after the broadcast. But we want to make sure that you say hi to us.
Yeah, say hi to us. And you know what I did the other day? I thought to myself, you know what? Sometimes in my mind, I sort of go, I want to do my yoga, but I haven't got that much time today. So I went onto YouTube and I put in 10-minute yoga, 10 minutes.
No joke.
Right?
Everything is available.
Like 5 minutes, 8 minutes.
I loved it. And it was, all I wanted was strength training. And I put it up there, and there it came. And then, of course, you tried to sell me something, and I thought, good for you, great marketing. I'm not buying it. Thanks anyway.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Fantastic.
So we definitely need to move. YouTube has all those things, and I've researched. I've had so many fun times with that. But what if people are sitting at home and they have to homeschool, or they're working from home? Hi, somebody just said hi. Hey, Josephine.
Hi, Josephine.
Can you tell us what you can do with the element? Can we moisturize our brow using the element? Because that was actually a question that I had. I was thinking of using it while I was
You can.
Yes, Sabrina.
I can attest to that. I have been religious with using the element to moisturize my brows. And
so just putting it on.
It's wonderful. It helps to keep them soft, and I have seen wonderful growth, and it keeps them from being, because I have actually very coarse brows, so it kind of keeps them from being as coarse.
I just want to say that I can attest to Sabrina's coarse brows.
Hey! They are coarse. It's true.
I have trimmed those brows to perfection, have I not?
You have on a couple of occasions.
The magnificent brows are the most beautiful brows, and every time I do them, I just think, I just want to do them again. Like, it's so exciting to have them. And
yummy brows.
And a lot of the time, girls are going and ladies are going paying for brow lamination when they just don't need to do that, because
that's true.
Knowledgeable trim does it all.
Softens the entire brow.
Absolutely softens the brow.
Do you guys recommend using the element regularly at home for clients?
I use my element every day, every morning and every night, and I massage it. It removes, and girls, we're talking about element, which is part of the TRUEBROW
collection.
Collection. So you don't even have to buy the collection. You actually can buy just the element, right? You can just you want.
I never thought of using it daily. Do you use it at night or in the morning, you guys?
I use it both morning and night.
I use it in the morning very sparingly because I'm applying my TRUEBROW collection.
Right.
And you don't want to use too much with the application for it to look natural. But at night, I'm pretty liberal with it.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm going to do it tonight.
Yeah, me too. It is. And,
Okay.
you know, sometimes girls say, oh, I sort of still have, I run out of True Color, but I've still got Element. It's because you're not using it to condition, revitalize your brow hair and to make sure it's supple and soft and all the cells, dead cells are removed. And when you go and have your tints or you go to have your brows done after lockdown or whenever you go now, your brow is going to be in such a prepared, beautiful state that is amazing. And, you know, Element's got some very beautiful ingredients in it. And I was saying the other day that I'm actually testing and trialing a little bit of an upgrade with some special herbs, which I'm actually using that right now. And I have to tell you, these herbs stimulate hair. And I'm getting some really good results. But I
would like to be trying that, Elle.
Sabrina, what?
I mean, seriously, what does a girl got to do?
All of us. Hello.
All right. Well, let me just tell you why.
Excuse me.
Because I only had 1 cent. Now you have to me. You have as a sample from our cosmetic sort of chemist team. What do you call them? Scientists. Scientists will do.
Sure, scientists.
It's like I need to say to them, "What are you thinking?" I might just send them a little message. But the thing is, these guys are producing so much sanitizer right now, right?
Oh yes.
Because sanitize,
for sure.
Oh, goodness me, you know, I don't know. I'm not into, I don't know. I should be quiet. I'm not saying a word. Sanitize. If the government tells you to sanitize, just sanitize, okay? That's the thing. But anyway, they're producing so much sanitizer that the fact that I actually got my little sample.
Right.
I kind of thought, oh, I can't believe it.
So you just gave 3 tips in there. So you gave us a tip to use it in the evening to actually hydrate and condition our brows. We're using it. We know to use it before we apply, but we can also be selling it to our clients right now during this time while they're at home as a treatment for in between.
Oh, so important.
Just the Element. I'm going to be flying those off the shelves now.
Yeah,
virtually.
I'm telling you now. I'm trying to get them to the center. Hang on.
Awesome.
Sorry. Yeah.
And Mandy, I'm so glad you want to dance. We're best friends now.
I do. I want to dance all the time. I would
So
dance.
does Mandy.
Do you know?
Oh, that's so nice.
Actually, you know what? Kira can attest to this, and Toby. Actually, Toby, yeah, Kira can too. They did boomerangs. Toby said to me one day, it was summertime, you know, I had my little summer dress on, and he said, Al, let me test out this boomerang thing. And he was putting on music, and he said, let me just do a boomerang with you. I think it was Toby. Yeah, it was Toby. They're hilarious, right? And I haven't sent them out. I don't think I've sent them out anyway because I'm hiding them. But I almost feel like I need to share them as a story or something.
So you need to put one below this so we can see it.
Really?
Yes, that would be perfect.
Who wants to see it? Who wants to see me in a boomerang dancing in my little summer?
I do.
Right below.
I don't know.
Right here.
Come
Hello.
on, everybody put below.
I don't even think I had a brassiere on, girls. Like, I really don't know. I mean,
we already know you don't own
PJs.
PJs.
So,
and that you're out on
you
your balcony
own brassieres?
you're waving. Put all the pieces together.
Brassieres.
This is going to go viral.
So while I have you guys on the subject, back to the Element. Is there
I'm so sorry, Michelle. Look.
Is
Good to
there
have Michelle
anything
here.
else? Is there anything else with the
About my
Element
brassieres? I have
that we might need to use it for, or tell our clients that they can use it for?
Let me tell
Do
you
you
about
use it for cleaning?
Cleaning what?
You know what? Not necessarily. I think it's just too to do it for cleaning. But I tell you, oh yes, you're talking about cleaning the lines around the brow when you yes, absolutely.
Oh, for sure.
One of the things I do is keep one side of my TRUEBROW. Excuse me, I might go out of focus for a second. Just hang in there. Let me just lean over. Look what I've got. So what I do is I keep one of the sides of my beautiful, beautiful brush. No eyebrow brush in the world like this, ladies. Let me just
None.
Love that brush.
I love it.
And invented this, right? Because this was inside of me in here, not here, just to let you know, in here for about 4 years. And I kept thinking and thinking, could I do it? Could I do it? There's no other brow brush in the world like that, but this is what we need. This is what we need to create a magical, beautiful, flawless brow. Anyway, so it came into life. See, manifestation, that's what that's called. And I keep one side of my brush you know, like I've been using the straight side, which confused people the other day or the other week.
Yes, on the video.
Yeah, and they're saying, "Oh, Al, there in your card it says use it," and I thought, "Oh no, you know, okay." So I'm sorry. So either side, but just decide which one it's going to be. We've got more people on watching. Thank you, guys.
Whatever you're most comfortable with.
You got to do it again, Michelle. So what do you
Make sure you guys say hello down in the comments. We're talking about staying healthy, and tell us what you do to lift your spirits during this time and how you use the element, because I'm learning all different ways to learn it.
And,
so Elle, keep going.
And if you don't use the element, what you should, right? So anyway,
from the beginning.
What's going on? Why are you not using the element? Come on now. So I keep one side of my, this one actually, completely free of True Color. So True Color is the pigment, right? It's the actual pigment. And it's actually funny because sometimes when you open up the pigment, this is a brand new kit, and you look at it and you see that there's a bit of metal at the top and you think, oh, it's not filled to the top. It's specifically done like that because the pigment is so strong that if I filled it to the top, what would happen when you were breaking it up to use it, it would go poo everywhere. So the pot has been created, so it's a container for you to move it around when you break it up.
It does break up into a powder.
Yes, we want you to break
using
it.
Which is awesome.
Like an eyeshadow.
Hello. Hey, Alicia. So as soon as you buy your True Color, bust it up. Like, you know, if you've got any frustration around COVID lockdown, take it out on your True Color.
Put it in the True Color.
Just go for it. Get like a little, I don't know, what can the girls get?
So Elle, what do you use the other end of the brush for?
A little wood stick will break it up.
You didn't finish you're telling me a story and you didn't finish. I'm like dying to hear the answer.
All right, so let's put the True Color down. We'll come back to busting that up if you're frustrated. Don't take it out on yourself. Take it out on True Color. That's what you do. So one side of the brush I keep only exclusively for element. That's it. Nothing else, right? And no one goes into my element bottle. Let me tell you, I'm very precious about my bottle. This is it. This is what I, you know, and we've just, look at this. Look at this comment. Look at this. You are off.
Yes, this is true.
We're going to take that as a bloody compliment, all right?
In 5 minutes, Elle, we're going to start dancing. Our dancing.
Yeah, just about. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Oh, okay, let's go.
Our takeaway.
So no one gets into my element, right? It's mine. It's mine. And I, you know, like, of course, if I'm going to be hygienic, I put in a cotton bud and take it out, put it on the back of my hand. But this is mine. So I'm going to dip it in. And okay, I'm sorry, everybody.
And have fun doing it.
Yeah, that's right. And
the rebel.
And so then, Sabrina, can you behave yourself just a little bit, please? Just be calm and I can use this. I can use this. Hang on. Look, we got to put this on because she's laughing. We have to use this to just clean up all those special lines, and it'll clean True Color. It'll give you that, you know, that perfect finish. Now, if you're at home and you can't go to a beauty professional and you're not using this product, I don't know what to say to you. If you are going to your beauty professional, and we will do it, you know, what we'll do is actually we've got heaps of tutorials to show you how to use it. Because if you're at home and you're going into that depressing state because of a choice you're making, I'm sorry, because you don't need to choose that. Sabrina's left us. Where's she gone?
I think she's having a hot flash.
Oh, a flash. It's not a flash.
It's a
flash. Do you know that? I thought she's having a power surge is what she's having. Sit down and have a power surge, love. Don't worry. We love that. No, she's not. What happened to you? Where did you go? Girl?
Oh, they had a heart attack.
What?
Did you not hear that?
No, what happened?
You didn't hear that?
No.
Oh my God. So I'm home alone, and I live in Minneapolis. And we spoke, or I apologize for interrupting, but so I just have a little more security going on in my home. I had my alarm on because I've been here by myself.
Okay.
And I meant to turn it off before this started, and I forgot. And my husband, Brandon, just came through the door.
Oh, we didn't hear it go off.
Really?
We didn't hear it, and you thought that it could have been something.
It's the loudest,
Oh,
loudest noise ever.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm
No,
so
no,
sorry.
no, 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 no. You are completely, that's fine. That's fine, darling.
Crazy
Nice to have you
times.
back. It is
Crazy
crazy
time.
time. It's crazy times.
And I'm like, she's flashing.
and
Sorry.
She's
So
just
Elle,
told me
Right here.
she's just
Okay,
told
we have to
having a
finish up.
power
We have to
surge.
finish up with the element because
Yes.
we're getting
We
ready
don't,
to be done.
look, let me just say to all the women watching, we do not call them hot flashes. We're not allowed anymore.
They're
We call them power surges.
Power
That is the
surges.
woman within, the
Surge.
maturing elder. She's maturing and she's power surging. The goddess is coming out. Oh, did I say goddess? Just forget.
You did.
Anyway, so that's what you do with your element. You use it to clean up. Makeup artists love it because they can just clean up everything. Even if a brow is really messy, so even if your brows at home are really messy, you can define them using your element and your true color. And you can even just do, you can even, sometimes I like to do them so that they look a little kind of, they do that whole beachy thing. I think it looks a bit silly on mature women, to be really quite honest with you. I think that,
I agree.
just because something looks good on a catwalk, it doesn't mean it's going to look good on you walking around. So just have a look in the mirror and serious.
It's discerning before you walk out the door.
I think that's absolutely important.
And we can dance with the element and the True Collection on because I've done it and Sabrina's worked out, and so it all holds it on while you're perspiring and you're glistening as well.
Well, just 1 second. I'm just going to add to that. I actually go for a dip in the ocean, not right now because it's a bit cold.
Oh,
I
okay.
dip in the ocean and I come back out. And unless I go do that, which of course I don't because I just dry in the sun, I know. I haven't got my sunscreen. It's okay. I'm not out there for long. I love the sun. The sun is my vaccine, my coronavirus vaccine.
I like that.
And our exercise. It's been proven. Go out into the sun, girls. Let your cells, don't get burnt. That's not good, right? That's aging. So don't get burned under any circumstances. The morning sun from sunrise through to 11 o'clock is fantastic for your health overall.
Wonderful.
And then add a little bit of dancing to it. And you are
Dance in the sunshine.
You can actually dance in the sun. That's exactly right. And everyone's forgotten about my boomerang, right? So we're not going to do that. Okay.
Okay, so
No,
just
you're
to
taking the boomerang up, girl, right down there.
yeah. Please
In
tell
the
Elle you
world.
want her to do the boomerang. So just to review real quick, I wanted to make sure that I understood because I didn't realize the element was used in so many different ways. So not only can we use it, like Sabrina said, to condition, and you are getting growth and softer brows and hair.
I am. Mm-hmm.
We use it as we normally use it with the TRUEBROW as a primer to grab and to hold the product so Elle can dip in the ocean and come out all glistening and still have her brows on.
Yes.
But we can also use it to clean up around the area when we're applying
Absolutely.
it.
Look, you can do it like this. Look, but you can even do this. Look, I'll show you. Look. Both sides at the same time because we're busy women. We don't have that much time. So you don't do one and then the other. You just go like that, get your element and just rub it in as if you're just loving those brows. And those brows are just, your brows are your greatest beauty asset.
Mm-hmm. They are.
You go walk around with your brows being absolutely tacky. And how do you feel, love? I mean, really. Tell me, how do you feel? And then get them done by an artist, a freehand artist, not someone that's using a stencil or using a ruler on your beautiful face to try and rule you up and draw lines on you. What the heck is that all about? Anyway, I don't get that. And I think, it's just that it's so important that, that you're taking the time. What? Do it in front of the telly. You know what I do sometimes? I'm going to confess. I'm always confessing. I'm going to confess. Sometimes if I'm really tired and I think, I've had a very big day, I just go into my bathroom and I put all my little things next to the table if I'm watching a show with Toby. And I just do everything while I'm sitting there and I'm just sort of, everything's being done. I'm putting on my moisturizer.
Multitasking.
And I'm just actually just loving myself the whole time. It's okay to love yourself. That doesn't
It's
mean that you're an
self-care.
egomaniac. It's actually a good thing. Just
Self-care is good. So everybody that's at home right now, whether you're in lockdown, whether you're working from home, whether you're having to teach your kids homeschooling, everyone that's stuck at home and not in their normal routine should be using the element to treat their brows right now.
And if you have a TRUEBROW brush, right? Yes, true, Michelle. If you have a TRUEBROW brush, guess what? You just can't have a TRUEBROW brush for 3 years. You have to take your brush into your TRUEBROW specialist and say, can you please check it? Even though the TRUEBROW brushes are so hardy, we're not, you know, we're a little like, we can get a little bit kind of excited if we're brow obsessed. And after a little bit of time, they can
beating the element.
Yeah, and bashing the powder. What about bashing the true color? Like, you know, just go. Don't do that with your brush, whatever you do.
No.
Don't do that with your. What are they going to do that with? Because they don't have a stick. They're not going to go out and get a stick like you said, Sabrina.
A toothpick. Who doesn't have a toothpick?
Oh, is that what you said?
No.
Wow.
Beat the powder with a toothpick. You heard it here, girls.
Beat it.
Beat it.
Beat it. Yeah, that's a
Lucy, we're so glad that you joined us and that you found these tips were so
hi,
great.
Lucy. Yes.
We're
gonna
get look.
I think we're gonna wrap up though.
Wonderful.
Right? We're gonna wrap up now.
What was that, Michelle? I'm sorry, I'm talking over you.
I think you're good. I think Elle, you said you wanted to keep it kind of short and concise today, so I think we're kind of at the end of our time together.
Well, I did, but we didn't finish because Sabrina was interrupting all the time and just, I don't know. It's like,
you know what? I'm just going to say something because Davina is on, and doesn't Davina? Congratulations, Davina. I'm just going to say it to you in person.
Davina, she got one of her brows in top 10 transformations. Is that what you said? She did. I know we're going to put it up today
with us. So I just wanted to say it in person instead of on Facebook.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Congratulations.
And the beautiful Lucy, you know, we have to put this up.
Lucy too.
Great tips. So happy I got you live. Oh, Lucy, we love you. You are just amazing, 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 amazing. And I want to just say, Davina, I love you to recommend, not recommend, Al, just reorient yourself. I just would love you to tell us the sort of results that you're seeing with your clients with the element, because that is really fantastic. Can we just say a couple more things? Is that okay, Michelle? Are we allowed to just have a few more minutes?
I'll give you 5 more minutes.
All right.
Keep track.
True color. Let's talk about true color for a bit, right?
Beating it up.
Special. Like, you know, people say, but oh, it's a powder. And I really get a little tired of having to explain it so many times, but I'll do it again because it's okay. So when I created True Color, what I wanted is something really a formulation, not a powder, because there's so many powders. Why am I going to go and bring out another powder? Don't you think I have anything else better to do with my money and my time now? Like, it's crazy, right? It's not a powder. It's a formulation that's so heavily pigmented that works both on brow hair and on skin. So the beauty of it is that if your brows are not as thick as you want, or you want to create a little bit of a fluffier look, or you can use your element and your true color to do anything you want. If you want to slimline them and get them really chic, Michelle, you can tell us a little bit about that, you know, in regards to makeup and movie stars and people like that, right?
So, well, that's where I use the element, because a lot of the products, if you're just using powder, it doesn't stick to the skin. If you're using a pencil, it wipes off the skin. It just doesn't stay. So I wish years ago I had the TRUEBROW collection, because I did a commercial for jacuzzi and they were in the jacuzzis with steam for over an hour.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Them up.
So that's what I wanted to share with you last week. I wasn't able to join you guys. I hairsprayed them.
Oh.
I didn't know what else to do. So I was using a pencil, and then I put powder to set it, to stick it in. And I was literally taking a spoolie and spraying hairspray on it and combing it through the hair and then covering their entire face and just going like,
oh, wow.
Because I didn't know. Oh, and I was using makeup sealer.
You know, one of the things, right. And
I didn't know what to do.
I think one of the biggest things with, you know, being on movie sets is all of the elements that you have to deal with all these, you know, girls that are men and women that are, you know, the celebrities that are movie stars, whatever we want to
And
call
it has to stay on, you guys. Seriously, it has to stay on for a minimum of 10 to 12 to 14 hours, because somebody's in the makeup chair at 6 or 7 in the morning, and they may not be shooting until like 4 o'clock in the afternoon or even 6 o'clock at night. Your makeup has to stay, and it has to be able to be touched up where you're not, you know, like I wish I had the TRUEBROW collection. My brows would have been way more flawless, because I find with the Element, I can actually put a little bit on the skin where I need it to go, and it grabs that product and it holds it on those areas.
The other thing it does too is grabs the little hairs that are growing,
Yes.
that are there, that you, and this is another thing we were going to talk about today, is why not tint? Why don't you shouldn't you tint at home? Why shouldn't you trim at home? We were going to talk about. Where did all that go? What happened to us girls? We just went off.
We said a half hour. We cut it down.
It's not going to be half an hour. You know that now, right? Because why shouldn't we?
Yeah, Michelle, that was no.
Yeah,
I was holding you guys to it. I'm just
I know.
saying.
Thank you, Michelle, so much. But can you see it didn't work, did it? I wish that we did. It just didn't work.
Well, it's good information. It's good tips for everybody, you know, and artists. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think when you say that the TRUEBROW collection is actually not a powder, it's a formulation. What makes it actually so beautiful is that once it has set, like the longer you wear it, the more natural it looks.
I know. Isn't it like magic? It's like magic. It's like magic. And we're going to put it on today, right? All of us. And it really is magical. And like, for example, you know, I'll put it on, and like I said to you, I'll go for a swim and I come out and it just goes on. And if I want to, I don't have to do a touch up. Now, it doesn't mean if you rub it that it's not going to come off, right? Let's get clear.
Of course, if you touch it.
Yeah.
But some people think that means it's semi-permanent. And, you know, one of the things we talked about is, you know, do you want what makes you look the most beautiful, or do you want something that's going to save you time? Now,
that's a great question.
You know, like, I don't know anyone, you know, but I also think that, you know, even like you can help us out with this, even movie stars, how much time do they take to prep? You know, pre-movie, they would have to get personal trainers. They would have to have
it's days. Like everybody, you just see the finished product, especially even on camera. Like to do a makeup look that doesn't have any makeup is so much makeup. Like there's so much. It's true. They all look great, but you know what? They have to put in every hour. They have to watch every single thing that, because I'm around them and I know what they're eating. I mean, they can't eat certain things. They have to watch their diet. They're working out and doing sit-ups and push-ups in between anything that they can do. They're doing cardio. It's not what you think it is, because there's a lot of effort that goes into just this moment.
But
it's not real life. It's not real life.
And I think that, you know, it's like when we look at real women, they're trying to get that in an instant. But then, you know, movie stars are not allowed to go get microblading, are they? Isn't that like a thing?
It's really interesting that you said that. I had, so I'll name drop on this episode just for you guys, because I don't usually, but I will. So Melissa McCarthy, I was doing her lashes for a movie, and she was doing, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the movie, but she was asking me about microblading.
Yeah.
And I remember I asked you, Al, I'm like, how do I get her the product? I need her to get, but her time is like none. But she was saying that she wanted to do piece by piece because she cannot do anything dramatic to change her look, period.
Thank goodness. She doesn't realize how lucky she is. She's so lucky. I love her, by the way. I love her.
She's lovely.
I love her. And all I do is look at her brows every time, and I'm thinking, oh, can I do your brows? Can Michelle do your brows?
We're gonna have to revisit that.
Do your brows,
she's lovely. She's lovely, but you know, yeah. I mean, they can't. If you're in a movie, you can't even cut your hair without.
Yeah.
You remember when Felicity, the girl who plays Felicity, Carrie Russell, the really curly blondie, she got in huge amounts of trouble because on her break on hiatus, I don't know if you remember, but she cut her locks to short. And there was a huge to do over that. You can't do that.
In their contracts, they can't. They're not allowed to do these things. So women your natural woman out in the world, and I don't call them ordinary, right? That's out off the
The
table.
superwoman.
The woman
of
that's
today.
out there, the beautiful, beautiful women out there. Look at these movie stars. They're looking at what they're seeing on screen in these like photoshopped, and young girls are doing it too, right? Which is just
And
like,
Instagram, it's happening on Instagram.
everywhere. And they look and they go, I want that, but I don't want to have to, I want to be like them. I don't want to have to do anything. You know, I want it to just be like that magical on my face. And it's kind of like, what do you know, you don't know what goes into that. And anything that you're going to be given that's going to do that is going to have a consequence. And that's why movie stars are not allowed to do it, right? And when they do, so I actually know that there's one girl that did it. I think it was, is it Lovato? What's her name? Demi or
Demi Lovato.
I think she looks like she's done something, and it looks just shocking, you know. And it's I don't know what she's done, and I don't know if someone's just like putting it on her face or if she's had microblading, but the shape is just awful and really square at the front every time I see it, and I just kind of think, oh, well, what have you done, right?
Well, Elle, also think about the TRUEBROW collection. You can create whatever you want to create.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You can layer it. You can go lighter. I sometimes change colors. If I was ballroom dancing, I would take a darker color and I do a whole bunch of lighter, darker shades on it. But as actresses, makeup plays a huge role in the part that they're playing.
Yeah.
And it's a whole theory. Like if you think about Lucille Ball years ago, she had her eyebrows very arched and rounded because she was a comedian and she always wanted to look surprised. And that's actually it. When we're hired for like a movie, you have to draw out some makeup designs, and the eyebrows are a huge part of
Isn't that amazing?
Expression. So with microblading, you're committed to only looking that way. But if you have somebody that's natural, and even like, as silly as for Halloween, you want to change your look, something with TRUEBROW is the product you can actually do that. I could give somebody really thin and arched and make them, or if they're going to be like a Cruella de Vil, I could give them a little more of a, what we don't want every day.
I love that, Michelle. And one of the things I always used to say was that it gives you the control. Sometimes if I'm going out, I mean, where do I go out at the moment? The supermarket is my
apparently your balcony.
I actually do go out to have
other days.
In the mornings, I do go out and have a coffee with my beloved. I do that. And sometimes we walk, sometimes we drive, but we go and we sit there together and just chat and whatever. And I like to have my brows on when I go sometimes, even if it's at 6 o'clock in the morning. I really kind of enjoy that. And because I love doing my brows. It's a part of my day. I don't find it a chore. I find it exciting because I get to actually create something that I don't know what it's going to look like today. It's kind of like, am I going to go thick? Am I going to go thin? Am I going to go, and, our staff come in and they go, oh, your eyebrows are looking like this out today. Your eyebrows are, do you know what I mean? It's kind of just, and yes, with our masks on.
That's all you see.
Yes. Absolutely. I don't want any woman out there that has got thin brows and she's upset and she thinks that my brows are hopeless. Don't you dare not contact us.
Yes.
We can fix them. I'm bossing you around. I am. I'm sorry. I really am. But don't you dare not contact us before you go and do
busting you around, writing that down.
Was I busting or bossing? Busting. But really, honestly, we really, I've got someone coming to say, oh, look at that. We just changed.
And that's the beauty of eyebrows.
Someone just did that. So for me in the mornings, I use my brows are like my little, like my, you know how they say that your hair is your crowning glory? Well, my brows are. I could shave my hair, just shave it. I say to Toby sometimes I just want to shave my hair off. And he says, oh, no, you're not. And I say, oh, why not? Like, why not? I wouldn't say anything to you. Anyway, but, I could do that. But my eyebrows, there's just something about that. So I love it's like me just having a play every day, and what we were saying to women, is do that even when you're at home, and if you can't touch your eyebrows and you're working from home and you're doing Zoom calls, look at this. This is what you do. This is the secret, right? You just put on some glasses, really professional, or very creative, right? If you're the creative director, you need a pair of glasses like this.
Studious, very studious.
And, you know, really, you don't do that to your eyebrows. You'll have to keep them down all the time, right? But no one will see, right? So you don't have to be upset. Don't start trimming your own eyebrows out.
I was just going to ask that. So,
Yes.
Sabrina, talk to us about the DIY trimming at home.
Well, I mean, at the risk of sounding negative, it's just not something that you should be doing, because you can't, when you're with a professional, we're standing over you, working with your hair, and it's almost in many cases like giving an actual haircut. With regard to, you know, how we're moving with the brow, how we're pulling the hairs down to find what we need to trim, and you simply can't do it at home. I mean, even those of us who do it on a very regular basis, even when I see Elle, my brows are still pretty fluffy because I trim the best I can, but I don't, and I only do that because I know what to do. It's still not easy for me to do, and I do just what I need to do to be okay, because it is absolutely not a wise thing to do at home.
Yeah, I so agree with that. I'm going to confess again. I love confessing. It's so much fun, isn't it? Because it just means that there's just no secrets with this at all. I'm the creator of TRUEBROW. I have educated more of the 1%, what is it, top 1% of brow artists, freehand brow artists in the world, right? That's a known fact. And I feel very humble and blessed that I've done that, okay? Now, let me tell you something. This is my confession. The other day, I was trimming my eyebrows because I had to do them, right? There's no one around. We're not going anywhere. We've got bubbles and things with lockdown and all the rest of it. And all I did was just 1 second. I just did a little bit too much of a trim. I did that on my own brows with extraordinary lighting, right in the daylight on my beautiful balcony that I spoke about before, where I'm going to be wearing my kimono because people are waving to me now. Right? And I did that. So I'm telling you, if I can do that, right? And I'm not saying I, as in I'm special, but if I look what's going on. People are, you know, shock, horror. Look at that love. Oh, it's a love.
We love the reactions. Put them down below.
Yes, but the thing is that if I could do that, what hope have you got of
not much? Like, not much.
You know, and let me just add, I trimmed them too much to perfection and flawlessly, but I still trimmed them too much, right? So now I have to wait for them to grow. So to me, what I'm saying is that I guess what we're all saying to you is, you know, I'm for very blessed. Thanks, beautiful Lucy. We feel blessed we have you. You are amazing, amazing, amazing. She is in Perth, this girl. She's going to be, you go to her. She is just on, she's skyrocketing all the way.
Go, Lucy.
To the stars. Amazing, amazing. And I want to just say this. Don't do it. Sabrina's right. Because it is like a haircut. And this is why so many beauty professionals and people that do brows and sell brow gels and things will say, don't trim, stay away from trimming, because they don't even know how to do it. They're scared of doing it. And it's one of the things, is it not true, girls, that all of our students find the hardest? Yes?
Yes.
To learn and to be confident to do it. Like it's the hardest thing for someone to learn, because the way that we trim is a specialty skill in itself inside of TRUEBROW. It's not like, oh, you're just going to do trimming. So, you know, when you've been educating, you know, how often, even on live classes, have you heard girls go, oh, scared, or I don't want to do, you know, because they're learning.
Yes, they're terrified. Yeah. We've been in classes where we're teaching students with hands-on, and they literally will not make a move until either myself or Elle or anyone else who's assisting in the class comes to the table. Yeah. With regards to trimming. So people are terrified to actually trim. So, you know, the thing is, for at home, you know, and if you're going to go into YouTube and watch a YouTube blogger that's telling you to trim while you're sitting up, that's insane. Even to trim, if you're a beauty professional, you're on here and you're watching, never trim your client's brows sitting up. I mean, that is crazy, crazy, craziness. Trimming from the wrong side, you know, like I've actually watched people submit their assessments years ago when that's what they used to do. And they'd be sitting there, like not even holding their scissors properly, you know, like I'm telling you now, it is the scissors you use would be significant.
right? Like you don't go cutting your hair with the kind of scissors that you use to cut. What was that?
In the kitchen?
Yeah. Whatever. Anywhere. You don't do that. So you don't go to the pharmacy. Is that what you call it? Yeah, see, like that. You don't do that. Oh, she's so funny.
It's quite difficult.
It's so funny. Have we got new people watching? I think, Michelle, are you doing your thing? I don't know.
Hi, everybody. Make sure if you're on the replay that you comment below. We want to know what you're doing right now to lift your spirits. We want you to request that Elle posts her boomerang dance video, no matter what she's wearing.
Yes.
And we have great tips about the element and dancing and all this fun stuff. So go back to the beginning when we finish and wrap it up here, because we have a lot of great tips.
We're going to wrap it up because we said we were going to do less, and we've done more time than ever before. What's going on?
There's a lot in this, though. This is a good one.
There's a lot.
I learned a lot. I'm grabbing my element, and I'm going to bring it home with me tonight. Thank you, girls.
I think you should.
And what were we talking about? We're talking about tweezing was another thing. Should I tweeze?
I would say no. And the reason I say no, and this is going to take us into a whole other subject, which can be addressed on a different Beautilicious.
Yeah.
But I had a client in today, and she is a young client. She's the daughter of a client. So the mom brought her in, and I cleaned up her brows for her, and she had been tweezing during COVID. And of course, she had tweezed away the innermost point of the brow. And I had to explain to her, I said, listen, I can guarantee you that you have taken it upon yourself to start tweezing, and you are going based on the guideline that you have seen in a magazine, the textbook guidelines that were actually taught in beauty school. And they're absolutely wrong. And I explained to her why they were wrong, and I showed her why they were wrong. But when I said that textbook guideline of that model with those arrows, she looked at me and she said, yep. It's like, they're absolutely wrong, and they're still out there. They're still being given to women to follow.
Well,
and that's exactly
they're in the curriculum, that's for sure. And
it's so outdated. It's so outdated.
Well, the thing is, it never was real in the first place. You know, it was never real in the first place. And who created them? Nobody knows. No one's putting it up now. They're probably transitioned across to wherever it is that we go. And you know, and no one. You can't make anyone accountable. But the governments don't change the curriculum because they've got other things that are more important that obviously we're doing with eyebrows. You know, like help us as someone that you educate even internationally in eyebrows, and they go, eyebrows? You know, as if like, what's the big thing about eyebrows? Well, you know, they think eyebrows are huge. And yesterday, actually, girls, I want to say this. So I agree with you, Sabrina. Put your tweezers down. What is going to happen? If you've got the TRUEBROW collection, you can order this from us. If you don't have a TRUEBROW specialist near you, you can order it from TRUEBROW. You just go to TRUEBROW.com and contact us, and we'll send you out a pack. We'll probably even do a little webinar for you and a mini brow workshop, send you lots of fun things. That's all well and good. So don't worry about that. Heaps of competitions. We just had a competition on TRUEBROW. Well, we had a winner for the collection, and they got it for free. So stick around on TRUEBROW as well. But, one of the things that's really, really, really key is that, just put your tweezers down and leave them down, and maybe create like Sabrina will put up her, you do online discovery sessions, don't you, Sabrina? And a lot of the girls do. Michelle, I don't know if you're doing them right now, but you should be doing them.
Not working right now.
But you can do TRUEBROW discovery sessions.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
But the thing is, you can do TRUEBROW discovery sessions online. Say yes.
Okay.
I can.
Yes, I am.
can.
Yes, I'm going to.
And lots of the girls can. Yeah. So the thing is, that it's like a mini brow workshop, and the girls can actually show you. Okay. They can actually show you how to make your brows beautiful even when you're at home and they've overgrown a little bit. I know it's uncomfortable, but you know what? They may even show you where you can take a couple of hairs out that are not going to in any way compromise the beauty of your brow. That is possible too. But one last thing before we go, should I tint at home? My answer to that is no. If you've got a beauty professional that wants to sell you tint, you know what you do? You say, no, thank you. Right? Now, Michelle, I know in California there's no tinting that's going on. So, you know, if anybody says, you know, do your own tinting because you're in lockdown, right? Don't do it. And I'll tell you why. The biggest reason is because if you're going to tint, you're going to be tinting hair that you're not, and then you start tweezing, you're not aware of what you're doing. You don't know what's real, what hair is vellus hair, what's terminal brow hair. You can make a big, massive mess. So any brow company that all of a sudden when lockdown happened thought, oh, we're just going to start selling tint to people at homes. Let's do that, which they did here in Australia. It's a shocking thing, right? Like what's best for you is don't tint at home. And if you want to use the collection at home, you won't need to tint. What you need is a mini brow workshop from one of your TRUEBROW specialists. Doesn't matter where in the world you are. You know, it might cost you a little bit to book that in. But all you need to do is go to truebrow.com and request someone. You can just say, you know, I need someone. What do I do? And we will find you someone to help you so that your brows are smashingly beautiful, even when you're at home, even if they're a little fluffy. Okay? Girls, do you have...
It'll make you feel better if you're at home. And if you're working, if you have great brows, it'll get you clients.
Oh, I agree. I agree. And, you know, like get dressed every day, you know, like apart from the pajama days.
No trekkie decks.
Do your brows, get dressed, and make it a choice.
Yeah, and know you're choosing to feel good. And, you know, one of the things I want to end with here before Michelle goes into doing her, I'll dance while I do. Oh, no, I can't.
And then we dance to end. We'll dance to close.
I can't do it. One of the last things I want to say is just because the world has gone mad, it always has been mad, right? Now it's revealing itself. It doesn't mean that you need to go down with the ship.
Nope.
Right? You are making internal choices about you, your life, your mental health, your mental state, how you want to feel in your heart. And music, as we're going to show you in a second, even though we don't have any music, but who cares? We're going to show you in a second, can uplift you. You know, watching things like this where we're all a little silly, but we're giving you good stuff too, right?
There's good tips in here.
Whatever it is that makes you feel happy, you choose that. Because
so important.
You can. That's the only reason why. Isn't that extraordinary? Thank you, everybody. And Michelle is going to take us out with her gorgeous dance.
Alexa, play Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. So just get up and dance this week, you guys. Thanks for having me.
We want you again. I don't think we can live without you.
Turn up the volume, Alexa. Turn up the volume. Let's see if I can get it music to go out.
Do I have to? I won't put up my thing. If I do this, I'm going to put up my thing. Where's Michelle gone? Oh.
This doesn't feel better already.
Girls, dance with us.
I love you guys.
I love you, girls. Love you. Take care, everybody. Bye for now. Bye for now.